citizens of YouTube, and well met. I am the Journeyman, and I welcome you once again to the thoughts and musings that come spiraling forth from my mind. When I first set out to establish this channel, I did so in the hope that I might pursue such topics as philosophy, politics, criminal justice, military tactics and history, social issues, and matters of the spiritual. Now, I have not yet myself indicated my own particular path of faith or spiritualistic creed, as it were, my own belief system, if I were to have one, and loosely speaking, I do. But it is not exactly what would be classified as normal or traditional or even sane, according to most people's standards. But what is sanity, really? Remember, sanity is not statistical. A gold star for anyone who can point out that literary reference. In any event, allow me to proceed. My apologies for that bit of nonsensical musing. It happens to the best of us. Now, to lay out the basic foundation of my own perception of reality, because that is all it is my own personal perception of reality. My perception does not equate to truth. It is merely what I perceive. My understanding of the fundamental law of the conservation of energy is that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. And energy is in all living things. Our thought process is made possible by neuroelectrical impulses carried throughout the brain and throughout the body. This is how we are able to function. This is how we are able to have thoughts. Our thoughts are chemical reactions, and those chemical reactions require energy. If energy cannot be created nor destroyed, then what happens to that energy when the body ceases to be? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can be transformed, transferred, transmuted, and transferred. I believe I already covered that. I might be wrong. My apologies. I'm winging this one, as it were. But you see, I don't know what happens to the energy that is responsible for allowing our thoughts and our personalities to exist. I do not absolutely know for a fact, nor do I have any evidence to suggest what happens to it. Nor does anybody. However, based on the principle that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but transformed and transferred, and because I am something of an optimist, and I believe that the universe has a way of balancing itself, it is my hopeful belief, because I am a foolish optimist, I will admit that that energy goes back into the cosmos, that the universe finds a way in which to utilize that which we are and were to bring itself into balance. Nobody that ever was or ever will be is ever gone, because we are part of the collective universal cosmos. We are the embodiment of ourselves and of everything that we are not. Professor Anton, a very intelligent user, put forth the notion that mankind is part of nature. I would agree. I would very much concur. We are part of the cosmos. What is man-made is made natural because we took things that are natural, and adjusted and adapted them, changed them. Does that make the product less than natural? According to most people's way of thinking, yes. It would no longer be natural, it would be man-made, but man is part of nature. Man is part of the cosmos. Does it not then follow that art, literature, philosophy is part of nature? I don't know. I am hopeful, and I believe in that hope. It is probably a naive stance to take from the viewpoint of most of the people who will see this video. And I understand that you will probably want to point out the fallacies and faults and flaws with my belief system, particularly since it's so very loose and sketchy. But it's a basic belief structure, and it gives me hope. Besides which, it's not as though I ever intend to foist it on anyone else. I'll leave that to the usual religious. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube community, for watching and for listening to this little diatribe as I attempt to explain my own oddities. I am the Journeyman, and I hope that this finds you well. Adieu.